Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday Mojo with me, Coach Mo. Here we are with another episode, and today is the last day that we cover the influencing dimension of the talents found in the Strengths Finder 2.0 assessment. And I love this one. This is the one talent that I get the most questions about. Everyone wants to know, what does woo mean? W-O-O. And woo means the ability to win others over. It's such a really cool talent. And just this past weekend, I spent at a women's symposium, a very large conference with over 400 people. And this is where individuals with woo shine. And I did not find it hard to believe that when I was sitting at a table of 10 people, at one point I had at least 3 or more people that told me that they had woo as a talent. You find people with woo at conferences, at workshops, anywhere where there's a large gathering of people because that's where they shine, right? So maybe you're asking, what does being able to network have anything to do with winning others over? Well, it has a lot to do with it, right? Because influencing, we can only influence when we're in front of others, right? And there's only a couple ways that we can be in front of others to develop relationships. It's either in group scenarios or one-on-one scenarios. And within the Strengths Finder talents, you can find some that are more inclined to be one-on-one talents and others that are more inclined to be group talents. And in a group setting, that's where individuals with woo, winning others over, shines because they can meet so many people in one opportunity and then go back after that opportunity and follow up with these individuals and build multiple relationships at the same time instead of building a one-on-one relationship. Now, as you know, there are many different ways to build relationships, and they're both equally important. The fact of the matter is that individuals with woo can be on that top level surface, can have a lot of success at that top level surface of networking at the onset, right? Get as many contacts as possible and start building that pipeline. Whereas individuals with a talent like relator are going to build the amount of relationships over time a little bit slower, but they're going to be able to go deeper faster, right? So we want both types of individuals within our organizations. And I don't think it really matters what kind of organization you have. In any organization, we need individuals that can do both, right? That can fill our pipelines and others who can go deep with relationships. And you can influence in both ways, but really winning others over because they can do it so quickly. That is why we find it in the dimension of influencing versus relator that you find in the dimension of relationship building. And we're going to get to that dimension of leadership next. So let's learn a little bit more about individuals who win others over. It happens to be my number 6 talent. I knew it would be up there because I do enjoy networking. I could meet people and talk to anyone. Very quickly. I also like the really deep and slow relationships, but I tend to be a little bit stronger with the woo tendencies. So individuals with woo are socially fast, right? That's the key. They are fast at being social and they are very outgoing. They could just chat away with anybody, find a commonality with anyone, and really, build that top level social connection to warm people up. They always take social initiative. You can count on them for that. They bring energy to social situations, right? So for those of you who create different types of events to get your company or organizations out there, you want to have individuals within your organization that are able to do that, to be at your events and to talk about your organization and bring these individuals in a little bit closer very quickly, okay? Individuals with woo need variety, okay? The more of these types of events and social gatherings that they could go to, the more energy and excitement that builds up for them. Remember, that's what our talents do. The more and more we use our talents, the more energy it builds for us. And individuals with Woo gain a lot of energy from interactions with many, many people. They value meeting people that they haven't met before, right? So they've got a long Rolodex of contacts. They may never see those people again. But a year later, if they remember one of those individuals, you can bet that they're going to find that business card and call that person and say, hey, remember me? I met you at, you know, whatever event that was, and they're going to build a relationship that way. They hate a static or a shrinking social network, right? So they value who they are based on their social network, right? How many contacts do I have? How many people do I know? They're also great connectors, right? So in order for me to connect you with someone, that means I have to have a large group of people that I can connect to. So they don't like to see their environment shrinking, their connections shrinking. A metaphor or an image that you can use for this talent is, you know, politicians handshaking, right? So in the audience, you're just meeting as many people as possible. You may never see them again. You may not remember their name, but you are just interacting with lots and lots of people at once. That's the image that we tend to see with wooers. And of course, we all have barrier labels for these talents. The barrier label for Woo is that they can be a little phony or superficial. And there are times, I will tell you, having Woo as my number 6, that I can leave a networking event feeling a little deflated, right? Because as much as I love socializing, I also love to feel that I've made an impact in my relationships. And if I haven't been able to do that in some way, then it's like, oh, why did I spend all this time shaking people's hands? I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to take any of these relationships a little bit deeper, right? So that is sometimes what people perceive of individuals with Woo, that all they want to do is just collect business cards. And that's not really the case for everybody, but it can seem that way. And we want to be conscious, for those of us who do have Woo, that we don't come across as phony and superficial, and that we really do try as much as possible to create that spark with each person, that commonality, so that they don't have that impression of us as phony or superficial. So again, the opposite of Woo would be relator, and we're going to cover relator next time. But Woo, you know, they can build a broad social network, and relators build deep social networks. So that's the difference. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Woo today. We have finished our second out of 4 leadership dimensions of the talents found within StrengthsFinder 2.0. So next week, next Monday, we're going to start with all of those very juicy strengths that we find in the relationship dimension of leadership. All right, so go get your Woo on, go meet some people, go have fun this week, build your social network, and I will catch you next Monday with a brand new talent for us to discover together. Have a great day. Bye-bye.